Thank you. 1 minute, please. Thank you all. We will be seated. We'll pray and so as in perfect peace. And the family will be in peace. Thank you very much. So this is an annual event we have of NIEE for us to commemorate World Environment Day. We have press conferences to celebrate the days. On the item, I have one extra space, which I'd like to call on my National General Secretary, Gola, to please join us, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am. So, as I said, it's an annual event where we have these conferences every year to also do our own bit to ensure everyone is enlightened about each year's theme, the World Environment Day. This year's theme is tagged Beat Plastic Pollution. To give us a very, very short history of World Environment Day, permit me to just read a little, very little history for us to know how it's talking about. The first one we had was in the year 1973, but in actual sense, it was first given on the 5th of 1902. So today makes 2 years celebrating World Environment Day. The very first one was held in Sweden, in Stockholm, Sweden, and it's tagged generally as the United Nations World Environment Day. In other name, it's called Eco Day or Environment Day, as the case may be. For this year, the theme has been tagged Beat Plastic Pollution. According to the official UN campaign site, it states that plastic pollution permeates every corner of the planet, even in our bodies, in the form of microplastics. As such, this year's World Environment Day has been called for us to have a collective action to tackle plastic waste solution. This year's event was hosted by South Korea in Jeju Island, all things equal, which we hold tomorrow. Due to several countries back today for us to show we have a peaceful and a loving celebration. Thank you very much. At this juncture, permit me to call my national chairman, to give his own press conference. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Chairman of NIEE Secretariat branch, Engineer members, FNIEE, FNIE. This past chairman, Nigeria Institute of Environmental Engineer SN Ojukwu, FNIEE, FNIE. General Secretary of NIEE, Engineer Agbola Oluwayemisi Olusola, FNIEE, FNIE. The Financial Secretary, the National Financial Secretary of the institution, Engineer Olasukomi Ojowuro, FNSC, FNIE. The National Membership Secretary, Engineer Afolabi Maurice Gege, MNSC, FNIE. The chairman of Lagos chapter of our institution, Engineer Aguro, MNSC, FNIE. Fellow members of this institution, gentlemen of the press, I welcome you all to this press conference in the commemoration of year 2025 World Environment Day. All this here at Raf Alabi Engineering Center, NSC Kenya Secretariat, along Oba Ogoji Road, Oba, Lagos State. It is with great responsibility and sense of urgency that I address you today on behalf of Nigeria Institution of Environmental Engineers, a division of Nigeria Society of Engineers, as we join the world in marking World Environment Day 2025 with a global theme, Beat Plastic Pollution, with the Republic of Korea being the host and Jeju province as the host location. The slogan for this year is Shared Challenge, Collective Action. The World Environment Day was established in 1972 by United Nations General Assembly on the first day of the Stockholm Conference on Human Environment. This year, World Environment Day observance comes as countries to make progress towards securing a global treaty to end plastic pollution, including in the marine environment. In November 2024, the Republic of Korea hosted the 5th session of negotiations to develop a plastic pollution treaty. The second part of the session will take place from 5th to 14th August in Geneva, Switzerland. Plastic pollution is a major threat to Nigeria's development trajectory. Every year, Nigeria produces over 2.5 million tons of plastic waste. Yet, due to inadequate infrastructure, weak regulation, and low public awareness, over 70% of that waste ends up in landfill, drainages, rivers, and the ocean. From Lagos to Lokoja, from Port Harcourt to Jos, plastic litter mars our landscapes, block our waterways, and suffocate marine biodiversity. In rural communities, plastic burning contributes to air pollution, while in urban areas, clogged drains are a leading cause of flash floods. Plastics have found their way into the food chain, posing long-term health risks to our population. The Nigerian Institution of Environmental Engineers is deeply committed to reversing this tide. We believe the fight against plastic pollution must be systemic, sustained, and science-driven. As such, our National Action Plan is structured around 1, advocating for a national plastic policy that restricts single use of plastics and promotes eco alternatives. 2, collaborating with NISRA, Federal Ministry of Environment, State Ministry, and local councils to enforce environmental standards. Expanding our technical assistance to all local governments to develop integrated solid waste management plan. Supporting research and development initiatives that encourage plastic to energy and plastic to bricks technologies. And conducting nationwide training, research, and public sensitization campaigns. Call to action. But resilience cannot be achieved in isolation. It requires collective action. Our institution, therefore, calls on all citizens, policymakers, industries, schools, and faith-based institutions to rise and to take action. Reduce single-use plastics, support sustainable packaging, participate in local recycling effort, and demand responsible production from manufacturers. We also invite private and public sector stakeholders to sponsor community projects, innovation challenges, and youth-led initiatives that tackle the plastic problem from the ground up. Let today not just be another symbolic day. Let's be a turning point in our national resolve. On that note, I hope that on this World Environment Day, you will all be the environmental ambassador, and together we can beat plastic pollution and pave the way for a cleaner, greener, and more prosperous Nigeria. Thank you, and happy World Environment Day. NIEE, Sustainable Development. Thank you all.
Thank you, National Chairman, sir, for your press conference. Thank you very much, sir. Well, let's call on the chairman as well. I will take other cues as well. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you. What I hear, something I want to emphasize this, this message is for us all to understand that we are all stakeholders in driving this initiative. Single-use plastic is something that the government has been sharing different information, messages, campaign, and in fact, by July 1st this year, the enforcement is going to go. All the government is progressing with enforcement to ensure that we all comply with that regulation. Again, it's important for us to recognize ourselves as a stakeholder and making the environment a cleaner environment, eliminating the single-use plastic, fitting this plastic, use of plastic in our environment is something that to all, and we all need to rise and ensure that we achieve that. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. My state chairman, Agoro, MSCF and NIEE. This point, let's call on my host chairperson. Always smiling. Yeah, good afternoon.
The national chairman, the host of today, the state chairman and the immediate past chairman, and the gentlemen of the press and members and national officers that are here. It's indeed an honor. Immediately I was invited, I just read something downstairs and they say, let's partner to stop plastic waste. Please, can you partner with something behind you, beside you right now, and strike an alliance of championing this year's team of let's fight plastic pollution. One of those things that I do ask myself when we have this kind of event, we see bottle one on our table, and I will ask, why can't we think of an innovative way? That's one project I'm now giving out, in addition to the fact that what the state chairman just said, that law has been passed on single-use plastic. Is working in Lasepa. I mean, each time you go there, they will tell you that you can't come in with a single-use plastic or bottle, and everybody gradually gets used to bringing their bottle or the soap bags to give us to use. So you can start something. In our premises here, we have a recycling bin, and it can continue to grow and grow like that. I want to congratulate us on today, and let's amplify our voice. Let's partner. It's never too small. You can start by just putting a bag and say, these are for recyclables, and also remind people when they're going for shopping, go with your bag. And the good thing now is that the supermarkets and various markets are start billing us for the bags you buy. So those are small initiatives. And I try to give an example of the impact of the plastic. When you get full and they still want you to be consuming, that's what single-use plastic is doing to the earth. You can also see the impact on our drain. The drain are clogged, the water are not able to move anywhere. They come on the road, spoil our road. The cost of single-use plastic is too expensive. So we can turn this single-use plastic into so many things, and we can start thinking innovatively on how we address this issue by also praising well to ourselves. I mean, beyond the policy that Lagos State government has done, they've also signed up some of the dump sites into them being re-engineered, either for power, either for actions that can be incorporated into maybe concrete or something. So a lot of initiatives are going on. And today is a reminder for us to think deep, empower ourselves, and protect the only earth, the only planet that we have, which is not suffocating, so that the future generation, they can see that we really indeed have a beautiful earth. So happy World Environmental Day, and please spread the news. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much. I have my own take, but I'll let it want to question yet. Over to my NIEPA's chairman, NSC Olukoya. Thank you, sir.
Chairman, and the chairman of the branch. This World Environment Day is a yearly thing that we do, but we need to do something. Like what we need to do, there's an individual action. Let's not think of the use, I agree, and think of the cycle of those. Let's stop robbing the past anyway, and let's also try to develop community initiative such as three policies that government will do together efforts. Also, we organize a clean up initiative within our community. We will sell our things that block back and but as individually or communal level, we organize community cleaning of those trains that can bring those plastics out for the use. We see now that people are collecting those plastics now because that comes to money. Everyone have collect. When they sit outside, they will take it. So please, you need to think of supply economy as only base. Also need to look at the recall that we have in an agreement on the national level that we need to do more research. And the chairman said, let's do more research. They also said that can be used for sites, making, they can use your road living, and for so many things. So there are other things that we can think of what we can use our plants. It's a time for us to do more. To be part of it right now, let's solve the issue of plastic pollution in our environment. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir. Last but most short, but not the least, and National Abola, President NIEE.
Good morning, everybody. This is a very sensitive topic, and I really appreciate the chairman of Ikeja branch speaking on the issues of these plastics in our drains, in our canals, in our environment. And if my own perspective about plastics is far beyond what you see, apart from the fact that it has become a national nuisance. That's the way I see it, a world global nuisance. And that is why you see that when you go to Germany now, they don't want to see plastics. When you want to buy a bottle of water, when they sell one bottle, water in the bottle for an amount, they sell the one in plastic far cheaper. And the government keep on telling people that the one in plastic is not good for you. Because when the way you see plastics, they have other effects apart from it's just being a death. When they have been used once, it's better they are being recycled and used for other things. If you decide to use plastics and keep on using them, you start looking at the fact that these plastics can produce PCBs, which is polychlorinated biphenyls. Those are chemicals that not inhaling, you should not be taking. They produce mercury that is not out. They produce PAH. This, when you look at the effect of all these chemicals like polyaromatic hydrocarbons and all those things, you look at the they produce, the heavy metals, when they go through the sun, the heat, they are not really good when you keep on reusing and reusing them. It's better when they has been used, we try to take them for recycling. And I'm telling us there is much more money in recycling than the way we see. A lot of youths go about now saying there's no job. Give it a try and see what our plastics can do. Our government still needs to help us to please fund people that are doing research, so that when they come out with the product of this research, a lot of people will be able to venture into this business. We will not only have people making money, we will have a more cleaner and more healthier environment. Thank you very much.
Thank you very, very much for your take on the topic. Before I move over to the audience, just a small to my own end. I'd like to call on the academia, like in Nigeria. Plastics has gone hurt, it's a nuisance. But there are ways that we can actually solve the problem technologically. These days, what we call bioplastics that can break. With the essence of it, adding some weight fillers, we added other additives to it that can make it break. So, we are the academia, the polymer engineers, chemical engineers, rest, but even those in the material sector. Let's all think about that. So this goes to NIEE. You passed.
Hello, Ibrahim.
Let's talk
How are
to
you?
our students. Let's
Yeah.
work on
I want to know that our
aid to produce plastics that can degrade
for
over a short
where
period
the
of time.
the stage and the station there. Between LBIC they build for there.
Even if you break, we still have some parts that will not change.
I want to ask you, what
On that note,
are they
to
building
my
for?
audiences, we have
That
any
guy that
questions?
is on that speaking other ground to mute himself now.
The
Okay, let me start with the person myself.
yeah, before. Container, what are they doing with those containers?
That's the result. You said it's fight is and how could
Thank you, sir. I'll come back on the response. And what's your word, sir? Your take, sir. Say something.
Firstly, I'd like to comment we talked on the institution of environmental engineers for collaborate with the national body and the institution of environmental engineers to hold this environmental because some of us that belong to the national ESCO are members of the chapter good that we have ensured that this day is backed. Thank everybody and those in the unions too. Where do I start? The issue of the plastic is just as the member of the ESCO on national table has said, a global problem. not even a challenge, it's a problem. But other countries have designed initiatives to reduce the negative effect of use of plastic. They come up with recycling, they come up with use, they come up with what is economy, circular economy takes care of waste. So it's now our responsibility as a division responsible for environmental sustainability to ensure that our country and our state key to all these initiatives for curbing the negative effect of not properly managing plastics. The Lagos government has done wonderful of environment in banning, some form of what do you call that what they used to styrofoam, yeah. And I understand that they are also operating to other form of microplastics. At the same time, one thing that is germane is the attitude of the average Nigerian on the person. When you make use of plastic or microplastic, do you dispose anyhow? There are opportunities for recycling now. Even if you gather at your homes, there are some numbers you can call longer to come to pick or you take it to this recycling spots. So we all need, in as much as we need the academia for research as far how to reuse, and as much as we need the government to come up with policies that will provide direction towards recycling and reuse, we also as individuals need to key into that. And as an institution, we need to balance all the effects, the government, the stakeholders, and the end users, because we are champions of the environment. The environment is our home. The way we use it, it will tell on us and will tell on our generations to come and want to, make it sustainable. And plastic issue, managing it, the waste is very key. And it's a good that environment division at national and state level are partnering to make this environment the substance.
Thank you very much, sir. I'll come back to it. We have a comment online from engineer Jani. Yeah? No, don't worry, let's hear it. So, engineer Jani, you have the floor, sir. Engineer Jani, sir, can you able to stop, sir? Pending when it does so, any other comments on today's talk? Okay. Chairman, sir, his question, his question.
Yes, that's my right. Okay, MITV, you're asking about how do we bring community. So I think this is one of our strategies that need to engage other people to solve environmental challenges. In the past, we had barrier to build a community on the environmental issue. So what will go in that context? I think I've seen that we need to promote more about the use of plastic. So we need to do proper community engagement within the community. So what we'll do as teacher is that we will make a calendar start engaging the community export, because we have seen that the plastic is that we need to throw in the drain is no more a waste resource. It has become a useful resource. Even right now, anybody that sees everything, you go to any party, you'll see that that's talking about plastics. Pet bottle, water, cold water, the one that is food. So what we will do, what we do as institution, that duty to engage community, to tell them that don't throw this thing away, it has become a resource. And we have done it before. So we keep on engaging the community one by one. While in what we do, we know the whole area where we have that condition of those
Listen to us. Don't care this.
So what is trying is to go find those communities and then work with the and tell them that
as we go there, you don't like it.
But then you move
why you don't follow the playbook?
plastic decks, then they break. You absorb 8% of drink. And that's the basic thing. How plug our drink plastic. So once
my money you don't get. Money when you go eat
everybody. Of our activity. It's not our activity. It's do more to ensure that community are notified and people around the community know that there's no more waste for a resource.
Only you drop 2 chickens.
To support what the IPC has said, as an institution, since we know that
you are like kind of one.
States and the local institution, what we're going to do is to move.
We have price plot.
Technical assistance provide a more robust waste management plan for them, because they are the one connected to all these communities. So we go to the local council. Just pick one.
I see. They can't give me this one. Nah, slowly they do.
Yeah, if you don't take one of the local council and then work in hand with the local council chairman.
I have to get how much you pay. Just one start.
But
so they need to do money. Now maybe that's something else to do. Maybe they get on.
Thank you.
Okay, just in action. Again, I must thank you for asking that question. It shows you are actually following following us in this journey. But one thing I would like to emphasize here is waste management is something that's key. Yeah, we talk about
I need to like because not everybody is a bit down.
You need to be of plastic. And if you can waste just as chairman, significant portion of it comes from that the single-use plastic. In our local parliament, we call them the sachet water, pure water, right? But the main is that the cost eventually, when we don't dispose them properly, it's something that it comes back to bite each and every one of us. And that's when we start seeing crash floods at different places. The attitude is something that is key. We all have that earlier, that our attitude is something that is very important in driving.
Make your wait now. You've said this. You do. I've been your
plastic. I mean, we all meet this goal of avoiding the use of single-use plastic. Firstly, that's our own. We want and we must work towards ensuring that we reduce the issues. And all the government has been saying shows the campaign.
Yeah, he said the thing is full. When the plumber got there, they saw that the septic is full. So it's not that there's no pipe connected to the septic. So if the septic is is full, it means that they have to do evacuation.
Which one?
Technical.
Okay.
With that, I just want to emphasize again, we are all stakeholders. We should not be acting like government. We are all part of the government,
No.
and we to ensure that we do our bit from our home and to everywhere we find ourselves. You know,
I need a sugar, I need a drink.
and effect and see the change that we so desire. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Okay, I share the person now.
Okay, thanks, Engineer Guru, for those things.
If I can.
Giving us a
No,
lot
no,
of insights. And I will want us to
enjoy yourself.
engage, and I want to just remind us of the 7 R's that aligns with today's theme. Simple enough for you to be able to talk to people. We said our attitude. The first R I want to mention is rethink. When you want to open the bottled water, rethink about the impact of the environment on your own health. When you want to use anything plastic, just rethink it. What are the alternatives? I remember when I went to our London office, they don't use plastic. They bottle it like Coca-Cola used to do in the past. And each time I go to parties, I have a rethink of why can't we go back? And sometimes when I now see other products moving from bottles to plastic, I'm heartbroken that I'm wishing we go back to using bottles. But this company is now launching, I mean, for sake of respect for various organizations, I won't want to start mentioning organization. Some said, okay, they will go to can, but every time you have contact with those plastics, have a rethink about it. Then refuse. Refuse it is an attitude thing also. Refuse to use it or refuse it into another thing. When you see the plastic, refuse it, like remove maybe the bottle, the cover, and refuse it into another thing, or you outrightly reject it. Then reduce. That's don't use only once. When you use multiple times, you reduce the quantity that goes to our drain, that go and clog our drain, clog the ocean, suffocate life underwater, and create imbalance in the biodiversity. Then reuse, then repair. Sometimes these things that we can use separately. So we're not talking only about the plastic bottles, but look at the styrofoam that come with packaging. Look at sometimes, even when we use microphone like this, there are a lot of plastics in it. How best can we reuse them? Not, let's take our eyes off the obvious. There are a lot of other plastic. Look at the AC up there. There are a lot of plastic in there. How can we reuse that class of plastic? Then repurpose and also recycle, which is, I would say, is about the last one. Before it now goes into melting, being using the other things. What are the various ways? Because it takes about 500 years averagely. Just imagine you having something in your throat. Imagine a fish swallowing just a strand of that plastic. So please take these 7 hours forward and let it be a guiding principle for you. And when you want to talk to people, try to demystify it and break it into simple terms that people can relate with, right from our babies at home to the older generation. Is a collective action, and we all need to work together to make this workable. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for your inputs. Thank you very much, ma'am. Enajani, are you still there, sir?
Hello.
Can you unmute, sir, Enajani?
Hello. Hello. Hello.
He's unmuted, but he's not talking. Yeah, he's not talking.
We can't hear you, sir. Najani.
Hello?
Can you let me say Najani, please?
Hello? Are you there?
It's talking. I'm still speaking.
I think it's off my power. It's off already. Another person, please. I'll get a call to come later. Comment again the question. Just 2 minutes, please.
NIEE, again, I'll say something that you have mentioned everything that been said is the level of the impact of plastic to our environment. To recall, one of the things that we mentioned was that there's no way people use one plastic to use plastic and you don't have effect. It has effect on the aquatic life, it has effect on the land. Yeah, it has effect on the conversation, the aquatic life, and those are the things that, and once a fish or one or the other pick a plastic, and why doing that a big heavy metal, you know what they mean? That we will commit us fish. If you commit such fish, you have already contaminated your life. I want to put on the taking heavy metal, the system ready to battle with a challenge, because we know that heavy metal does not go easily. You go to your bloodstream and affect your life. And once it's there, it's there for life. Except God damage. Those are things that would that's a part of health. In terms of some other thing, erosion, we have talked about that. Once you plug your drain, you have all your houses affected. And that's one of the things that Lagos State government have been doing, like they said, everybody has saying that they have been saying that Lagos State spent a lot of money in education to tell people that please don't throw your plastic into the public drain. That's what I can do. We can avoid flooding and all that. Once you are flooded, once you are flooded, in your life, your property is also affected. And that's a big one. Once your house is flooded, the property is gone. If it's gone, it's no good. All of a sudden, so what happened in the Mokwa, that you say, just opening of that dam, it started into lives were lost and all that. So the impact is heavy, it's huge. So that's why we are talking about doing the plastic. Let's make use of the plastic for something else. Let's rethink, let's reduce, let's make a way of making it in modern good than to throw it into the drain. Thank you very much. Very much.
Thank you very much, sir. And that ends the press conference for the water environment. Moving on quickly to the second part of our event. The space we are in presently is the office of Secretariat of NIEE. Please, applause, please. We've been working on this for years now, so to see how we achieve it. But due to our partnership with NSE Keja, once again, thank you, ma'am, for taking us in. We are using this space going forward. As you can see, it's empty, to be frank. So we need to furnish here up. But before I say further, let me ask the National Chairman for his talk on this, then I'll continue. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. So happy to announce to all of us here this afternoon. We thank everyone, all our members across the board, and also to inform us that for the first time in the history of our institution, this is the first time we are hosting our event in our retail apartment. The reigning chairperson of NSE Secretariat branch, Engineer not NSE NIEE, because of the role he has played in ensuring that this apartment was gotten for our institution. Thank you very much. So at this point, I will also use this opportunity to thank all our founding fathers, those that are still alive, and even those that have gone to the eternity, attacking everybody. But it has not been easy. Our founding fathers, they have done a lot in sustaining this institution. But we soldiers, we full soldiers, that we are just taking over the institution. We have our plan, and to God be the glory, we are able to achieve this. You could remember that in last year, when we held our father's annual lecture, we informed you that the institution have secured a vehicle, a personal vehicle that will be used by the EXCO and the staff at the Secretariat. So those two things are already in place. And at this point, I want to tell us that this is where we need to refurbish it and upgrade it to a standard level. Why this matters is that if we have this, if we are continuing to maintain this office, it will enhance the institution public image and credibility. It also increases staff and member morale, a fitting venue for a stakeholder meeting and technical sessions. It will serve as a register for our institution. It will reflect our institution's commitment to sustainable practices and ready for media engagement, workshops, and government partnership. We are calling for support and partnership. Contribution can be in form of financial donations, terms of cash, can be in form of material donations like furnitures and electronics. Technical support, design, installation, and supervision. Cash donations are broken into different classes with different benefits. 150,000 gives a life membership added to incentive with the opportunity of using the office space for personal engagement within 5 years of office launch and 50% discounted price. 50,000 gives a membership of 5 years only. A donation of 150,000 naira from about 200 fellows across the country is enough to achieve these feats. For our institution, as the national chairman, I want to launch the sum of 2 million naira
to kickstart the work. This will hand over the report to the Lagos chapter chairman for his own comments.
So, thank you very much, my chairman. So, for me, on behalf of the Lagos State, we'll go with 4 million naira.
For us all to see the brief of the entire slides, please bring up. By God's grace, by God's grace. So the next slide, please. So why we want this new space? You can see all there. Please, kindly. No, this is stationary. So this office represents a new chapter in our journey. It would reflect our values, professionalism, innovation, sustainability, and environmental excellence. This slide, the objective is to present a comprehensive plan for refurbishing and elevating this office space into a functional, modern, and eco-conscious workspace. Next slide, please. So, that's the image of the space. We are in here, not there. So currently the space looks like this. It's not acquired but not utilized, no internal furnitures, no furniture, no branding. But we have an opportunity to transform this space into a model green office. Please go on. So the areas we want to work on. We'll have a reception area. Next, please. We have a main office space. So more like having 3 lines of offices here for different purposes. But the plan is also, even though we have those lines, can always collapse everything to have the entire space to use for anything we intend to use it for. Brand and signage, we have our NIEE signage across the entire place. Our colors, our logos to show that yes, we are NIEE. And notice energy saving devices we use to ensure we reduce our footprints. What do we want to do? We would have modern aesthetics with eco-friendly materials. We will ensure natural lighting is used. We would make sure to use recycled and upcycled elements wherever possible. Modular furniture for flexibility. Next slide, please. So 500,000 naira so has been given. That's 3.5 million naira. We are moving. Thank you. So here's the budget that we are working with. So no, we have 2.5, but it's still a very long way to go. So the next slide, just see the entire figure. We have furniture and other things. So the figure we have there is how much? 30 million naira. So let's say now we're at about 10% for now. 10% plus, give or take. So if we can get, we'll check for either, please go on, either the materials, either money itself. That is our plan within 10 weeks to get everything done. Once we have the funds available from week 1 to week 10, closing with the launch of the office itself. Next slide, please. So why do we need this space? I think Chairman spoke on that earlier. To enhance our public ability, to increase staff and member morale. When you know your security is at social place, you can go there, you feel that increased incentive. The place we used as for our meetings, technical sessions, and also as a resource center. Next slide, please. So, can either give us money or the material or the technical knowledge, as the case may be. Next slide, please. So 30 million naira. If we have our fellows on board, 150,000 naira from 200 persons, gives life membership to that person for life, no more annual dues till the end of time. 150,000 naira, not just that, but within 5 years after we've opened this space, if you want to rent here for any use, you'll be given a discount price of 50% utility because you paid 1,000 naira in advance. Or option 2, 2,000 naira, you get a 5-year membership in advance paid for you. Next slide, please. So we can get 200 persons within and outside the country. I know we have fellows inside the country as well. So 12 persons, 1,000 naira is a very, and you can see we've already hit to 3.5. I think that's about give or take 20 persons plus, I think. About 22 or 23, give or take or thereabouts. So we are moving gradually. Next slide, please. So to pay, the account details are right here. Zenith Bank 101-487-6812. Again, 101-487-6812. Zenith Bank, Alausa. The name would be NIEE in full. Next slide. Another one, sir. 20,000 naira, that comes to 3.6 already. Oh, sorry, 3.75. I will eat 10 before we leave it to the office. So for inquiries, we have, please go back, let them start. Yeah, my guys, so let them please. Yes, for inquiries, we have engineer Ochowuro, FNIE is right here with us, our brand manager. And Ochowuro, sir, for conclusion. We know you are capable of it. That's what we don't inform you. So he will be our premier for this job. Likewise, the person in the Lagos State chapter, another way will be the assistant premier for this job. So inquiries, you can call them to let us know what we need. I think that's all. Yes, that's all. So if you have any questions, it's open.
Before you go, you need to build up confidence of our members. Some of us have taken our done so we are now passing it back to you as the prayer manager to try to talk to the people that want me back.
Okay, so no problem. Well, by the powers of God upon me, by the international estate, of which I'm also a member, to be the project manager for the refurbishment of this space that have acquired leased from the Chinese, how very possible. I'll follow up on 4 fellows from NIEE, and I'll follow up with my colleagues, the Lagos State government, starting from that gave me. We see, we talk. We do this possible because it's our division. When the National General was talking, in the sense, we knew it, we were all foot soldiers, and we knew what we were to get venues for small events like this that we really need somewhere big. It's been a long story, but we thank God for our lives. We appreciate what our founding fathers have done through books and those mates and those who keep the vision going. For myself, well, I see this as not only being a project manager, but my project because we talk a lot with this vision. We want this vision to be, where it should be in the space of things. When we talk about environment is the mother of all visions because it touches all engineering aspects. Then it goes beyond, affects lives, our livelihood, our livability. So I'll do my best possible. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. So our persons online, do we have any comments? Anything? Any hands? No. Okay. So on that note, pictures. I think we are good with that. Any other comments from the house? Any questions? So on that note, definitely, sir. So the slide we sent was all to see and to go through itself. Yes, okay, please, that account, please bring it up, please, the account. Okay, to start with, my PM has spoken. National schools, please come forward. No. Please, the account details. Let me see it, please. Okay. While we are waiting for that, please, National schools, please, can we please come forward? National schools, please, can we please come forward? National schools. National schools, please. No, Ebola, you are free. Don't worry, you are free. Okay, you don't get Mama. All right, so only that's very so not the clear okay. So what about me? So please, please kindly help with the picture. Engineer, money, please, man. Okay, you can join now, please. All right. So let that join, please. I'm going to okay. All right. Thank you all for coming. Are we good? All right. Thank you. So please, can I just take the all right. Thank you all. Please, fellows, do have the fellows first, please. Apologies, fellows first, please, before others. Please. Oh, please. Take us what once. I go see. Actually. So please let us please let's all come here. Quickly, just quickly. Less than 3 minutes. We are done in 3 minutes. All right, let's put us line behind the item members. Thank you very much. Just check clarity, is it clear? It's clear, right? Okay, thank you very much. So thank you for coming. Let's do some of our presents. We are good. Can I please make the presents? Sir? Yes, we're done, sir. National anthem to close and then.
Firstly, I want to say a big thanks to all the coordinators of the program, from the national to the states, including all the stakeholders who have participated in this session, be it all our fellows, online, those people who participated online, those ones, every one of you who have been here gathered with us to deliberate on this occasion. I want to say a big thanks to you. And I wish you a wonderful journey, safe journey.
Let's all rise for the anthem once again, please. Thank you very much. So I only have that is the one. I only have that first one, sorry.
So there's no.
It's quite fast. No, the new one. Are we ready? 1, 2, let's go.
Shall be a symbol that truth and justice reign. In peace our honor, and peace we count as gain. To add up to our children, honor we will stay. Oh, Lord of all creation, and peace our request, and love to be the nation, and no peace our prayer. But all the peace and plenty, Nigeria
Thank you all. I'll see you next year. Thank you very much.